Well, I mean, and this is the thing. All of us, this is like a jiu-jitsu sort of philosophy that you can take on and off the mat with you, right? Every one of us is going to face roadblocks when we're training. Every one of us is going to face obstacles when we're off the mats and just in life, right?
Yes.
It's in jiu-jitsu, we understand it's not about the obstacles that you face, but how you face them, right? That's what really matters. It's how you decide to pick up and face that obstacle in front of you. Do you fold? Do you continue to push through? Like, how do you react to it? Because we all know we're going to go through some stuff, and it's how we respond to that stuff that truly, truly matters. One of I've had, like, just here's an example that isn't necessarily focused on training jiu-jitsu. I've had some really good sized failures, especially early on in regards to the business, where had these big grand goals and ideas, whatever, and then had complete flops business wise, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of times those things led to big improvements and big successes later on because of how I responded to them.
Right.
Likewise, with all of my best techniques, every one of them came about because of an obstacle. For instance, going back to the back take that we were talking about earlier to the truck, that was a response to several of the jiu-jitsu players that I was training with who were really good at turtling and then getting back to guard and regarding before I was able to take their back, right? I felt like I was playing putt golf, and they were the windmill, and the little windmill was like in front of the hole, and that windmill was spinning too fast for me. And so I had to change the way that I went for the back take. And what ended up happening was I found a technique that's become one of my best techniques ever because of how I responded, because I didn't say, you know what, I'm going to give up on the back take. I said, no, I'm going to figure out how to take their back. I have to find a way. Right. And so how you respond to those obstacles will determine how well you're going to get at jiu-jitsu, but it'll also determine how good you're going to get with all this stuff. And I think in a lot of cases, it determines pretty much everything for you, because we're all going to face the problems and obstacles. So how do you face those problems and obstacles? Do you fold, or do you, basically dust yourself off and you keep going and you figure out a way?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. And I think you're going to constantly see those things and deal with those things in jiu-jitsu and in life, like you said. Mm-hmm. And I think after a while you expect them. Like after you've been in jiu-jitsu long enough, I think you do expect those the obstacles to be there, because like people get, once you start doing a technique over and over, people adapt and they learn how to defend it. And so you have to learn how to attack it from a different way.
Absolutely. And again, that's it. I mean, that's it. And, again, this episode's not super long, and it's not super complicated either, but from talking with numerous other black belts, world champions, coaches, things like that, what you guys have right here is like, it's the guts, it's the bones of really developing amazing techniques. Again, it's not complicated because it doesn't have to be. What it lacks in sort of overall complexity and having all kinds of different stuff going on, what it lacks in that, it makes up for in the difficulty that you will face when you try to actually execute the ideas. And again, coaches can facilitate this process through situational rolling and things like that, which is very nice. But even if for some reason that's not a possibility because your coach doesn't do those types of things, you can take it upon yourself to make it happen. So